Okay, we go.
Good morning. Happy Saturday, everybody. Welcome to
Happy
the Twinning
Saturday.
Hour. What a week.
Welcome back to the twinning hour.
So here in Colorado, it's, how was your, we can talk about your week. How was your week?
Well, I mean, it's a long drive and the crews are stuck in the mud, and so it wasn't really productive. But, watching these guys trying to get, I even got stuck in the mud with my little truck. So,
Well,
but
I
yeah,
got
moving
out
along.
here.
I'm waiting for the sun to come out because I'm getting
uh,
tired of all this rain and wind. I'm
I
getting
went
old.
from I went from going to work with shorts on to going to work with pants and a hoodie on
Yeah.
within two
It's supposed to
days.
be in the mid 70s to 80s next week, so I'm looking forward to it. I'm tired.
Oh no, yeah, I'm tired of the snow.
Yeah,
I
tired of the
can't tired of
cold.
the snow.
So,
Yeah, yeah. My week went, simple as this. I did another PM route, and I took a lunch for 15 minutes, took a lunch for 20 minutes, and was told, stop doing that. You got to do it. Colorado state law says you have to take a 30-minute lunch after, I think, 5 hours. Then I'm working 12-hour days. Really, you should be taking an hour lunch for after 12-hour days, but they don't say it like that. So the third day, I took a 20-minute lunch because I had to start my thing and got written up for it. I've been written up. I've been written up twice out of all the jobs. I've only had four made jobs my whole life, and out of the four, two of them were with it. I'll say it: FedEx Express and FedEx Freight, and those are the only two times I've ever got written up. They're so strict on the little laws. They push you, push you,
I'm
push you,
surprised they
push you.
just don't talk to you about it. I mean, so you
Oh,
left it.
he talked to me about it. It wasn't like that. Basically, it takes me 10 minutes to have a lunch. I want to go on, and I was trying to adjust the clock on my. They adjust the app on our thing, and I can't do what I used to do before. Where so it makes a long story short, but you know, I like working for the company. I like the managers I work for. I like the people I work for. But it's a hard time when they tell you they push you, push you, push you, push you, and in the same breath they say be safe,
Yeah.
which you can't. It's one of those things where it is what it is. But yeah. So Monday I'll do another PM route. I guess I'll take a lunch. I'll see if I have them take jobs away from me or stops away from me and see if it really works because that's what I'll just take stops away from you.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, just take a cut. That maybe I should start my PMs at 3, or maybe you shouldn't give me 50 stops and a completely different because I was at the college. I was over by DU all week trying to figure that thing out because I coverage vacations and stuff. So I was at DU all week, which was okay, at certain times like that. But then they give you stops all over the place to cover everybody else. Then they expect you to just stop what you're doing by 2:30. My first PM's pickup is at 2:30. So I have to race all the way back over to a lot of people from Colorado, the old Cinderella City off of Santa Fe and Dartmouth, to do my thing. And so yeah, it's difficult, but be safe. Don't hurry, but you have to do all the pickups on time. Make sure you do all the pickups on time, but be safe.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it
Yeah.
is what it is.
My job's the same way.
Yeah, sat on your ass and watched.
Well, my old job, but you know, my job is to make sure everybody's safe. So that's my job. So,
Yeah, yeah. So, but that's it.
well,
That was the week in a nutshell. But the weather's got to get better.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'm just getting this old age and the weather's the kick of my ass. So,
Oh
but
God, I wake. I don't know about you, but I don't know if it's the bed or whatever it is, but I wake up in the morning and I am just sore. Knees
yeah,
hurt, shoulders hurt. It's.
you're preaching to the choir. I did this for 20 years.
How about now? I mean, are
No,
you
I feel
sore?
good. Yeah, every now and
I
then I got some old injuries. I've got a fractured foot that when I first started with my job, I was in my 90 days and I was playing football with David and I fractured the top of my ankle twice because when I was cleaning the bar, I slipped on ice and landed on it. So it swelled up and I didn't want to lose my job because I was on my
yep,
90 days probation. So I took my walking boot off. They told me not to work and my foot was swollen and I would stick my work boot on and work 10, 12 hours.
yeah. I did that too. I was up for when I worked for the cable company. I was up for a supervisor position, and I did the same thing. I had a very bad sprain, and I tied my boots up and climbed poles because I didn't want to lose out on the position,
Yeah.
and got ghosted like
Well,
I do
I
everything
think
else.
what happens is I concentrate because my knees were hurting. I've always had we always did bag of peas, the medium sized bag of peas.
Yeah,
They're good ice packs. So I used to when I got home at night, I'd put them on my knees, and then I would always put like a heat in my after back surgery. But I was in so much pain every night. But now my new job, I'm not as physical, so the pain has gone away, which now brings the pain that I ignored.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
yeah,
arthritis. I
yeah.
got arthritis in my toe that hurts. Now the ankle's starting to hurt. One of my knees is giving out because I think I tore something in it. My shoulder's hurt, but I never paid attention because everything else was hurting so bad. So now
Well,
everything's it's
it's
coming to
just
life.
it's the fucking price that you pay to fucking get old. I mean, I got such bad arthritis in one shoulder, and then the opposite knee is arthritis, and you feel that every day. Fucking, it's. Yeah, I am so glad that I got to play all the sports I played. But I
Yeah,
tell you one thing: when you start when you start getting old, you start feeling it, especially in the cold weather.
yeah. Oh yeah,
And I know
especially
why
cold.
people move out to Arizona.
Yeah. Well,
You
the
know,
humidity always, when I went to Florida or stuff like that, humidity
oh
always
God,
helped, but it always
yeah,
helped with the arthritis. I never felt
yeah,
pain. That was really weird.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, so and I took almost a week off of not working out, so that I was hoping that would heal, but doing 12, I did 3 12-hour days lifting, so I did all my cardio. If you're if you're an Apple fan, I filled all my circles up. Yeah, I know it's a pain in the ass. That's easy to switch roles like you and I did.
yeah,
So I mean, you're the one working your ass off, and I was behind the desk. Now you're behind a steering wheel, sitting looking out the window
I
like
get
a
out.
fucking puppy in heat.
I get out.
You look at that
I said,
window
I get
going,
out. Yeah.
oh, I wonder what those people doing.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, if it makes you feel
So,
better, I got 5 days in at the gym. So,
oh, that's good.
yeah,
You got good. I do 4 a week and I barely did one. I go
yeah.
to the gym tomorrow. I'll do an upper body. So the other thing, what else is going on?
I don't know.
College
Let's talk about some Gen Z. That's what we started this fucking podcast about.
Gen Z. I
Talk
don't
about
know.
the
What do you want?
80's. Let's talk about some of the toys that we people keep talking about when we played because everything is so safe and so biodegradable and don't do this and don't do
Don't
that.
do that.
We drove a bike with the pedals with spikes on it.
Oh God.
You remember that?
Oh yeah.
And if you fell or tripped or something, that spike would hit your fucking calf
I
and you'd have bruises forever.
I remember we used to do catamaraning on the skateboard on the hill we lived
Skateboarding,
in.
yeah.
And we would, in catamarans, we would sit together like this, and you would be on one side, I'd be on the other side. We'd be sitting on our skateboards, which we did. That's all. That was our transportation. We didn't ride much bikes. We did a lot of skateboarding. But I remember one time we got stuck underneath the car. We couldn't steer.
Well, yeah,
you
what
know,
cataract is you sit and face each other. My feet are on his board, his feet are on our board, and then we would hold hands. So when he had to turn, we both had to lean, and
yep.
you'd go down these huge hills. And I mind you, no shoulder pads, no
No
fucking knee
helmets. We
pads,
didn't
no
have any of that
helmets.
shit.
When you
We had
got
skin,
scraped, you got scraped.
and they were burn scrapes.
Oh yeah, oh
They
yeah,
were like on fire. I
yeah.
remember one time I was riding a bike down the hill. Remember, I got hit by that cat. And the bike switch, I had my whole shoulder was just
Oh yeah,
scraped. Road rash, I guess is what
yeah.
they call it. Yeah,
Yeah. So
we
yeah,
used to play.
we never had the pads. We had friends that would jump off the roof of the house
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
try and land on the board.
Yeah, I remember when we played. I forgot what the name of the game is, but we started off with your legs would be wide,
No,
and
it's
then
called even got the definition. Lawn darts,
well,
aka
well back then
charts.
we
No,
but
no, but this is how it started.
oh, okay,
So the
but then
lawn darts, these were essentially missiles for children. They were thrown underneath towards plastic rings, and these were big ass darts with points on it. And the 6, 7, 8 year olds would throw them up in the air and try and get a circle.
yep.
So our dumbasses went the extra mile, and we would get regular darts.
Well, no,
And
first we started. So we started with our legs spread,
right,
but we started with like butter knives first, and we would throw the knife, and then wherever that knife landed between the legs, we would shorten up our legs up. So
right.
shorter, shorter, shorter. And then, then we thought that was dangerous. So let's just do regular darts. And I don't know if it was you or if it was me. We got it all the way over there. We would fling it. It would just stick right in your leg.
Yeah, right in your ankle, right in
Yeah.
your shin.
Right.
So that's how we did because we didn't have Nintendo, we didn't have phones.
No, but
You
we
know, you
didn't have
always went
Pong.
outside. We drank out of hoses.
Right? We didn't have Pong until I think middle school. I think the first time we had Pong was at Calvin's house on Irwin Street, and we had
No,
the Pong.
we had our house up in Tapley. We had Pong
Did we have Pong?
when it was in elementary. Yeah, that's when
Yeah.
Pong came out.
We used to
But
have the
these are stuff that we did. I mean, it was because you'd go 10 steps and you would throw a sharp object in between your legs.
yep.
So and you always try to get the lake. So that's what we did. That's
Yeah,
one of the games we
that
did.
was our fun games. Yeah,
Yeah.
but we also did we had I just saw a commercial that they had I don't know if it's on TikTok and Instagram. They're doing all these old commercials, and one of the commercials is the Evil Knievel bike where
And
you
man,
wind up. We
I
had
seen those
those
and I almost bought Knox one for Christmas. And Jen's like, no, Knox wants this Lego set. But I almost bought one. And I'm almost thinking about buy one now.
because we
And
had those. We used to jump them
oh
under the
well.
pool,
Yeah.
and yeah, we had that. We were big in Hot Wheels though. We
Yeah.
collected Hot Wheels and did the Hot with Billy Cannon. We used to start at his house, which is one of our neighbors, and the level of the house was like his was a little bit higher than ours. We would start at his garage and make Hot Wheel tracks like 3 houses down,
Yeah.
and just do Hot Wheels. And we had a
And
Hot Wheel collection, and we also did the biggest thing that you and I did back in the 80's and 90's. We collected baseball cards.
yeah.
That was a big thing for us.
Yeah. We had
We'd
a
go
couple
play
thousand.
10 cents for something for a pack of, and then we did it the right way because inside not only you collect the card, one of the cards was checkoffs that would with everybody that, so you knew you had a full team.
Yeah.
We used to have them in rubber bands and by team stacked up in a shoebox, and we trade cards. And we also played marbles.
Yeah. Did a lot of marbles. We had a little group together, and I can't remember the name of it because remember we had t-shirts made
Oh crap!
and
What
we
was
and we
that?
would set up a ramp and we lived on this big hill
Oh, we jump off the
and,
ramp
and we jumped the ramp. We'd actually lay people under
underneath
the
us.
ramp
Yeah,
and
I've
we
seen
would jump
commercials on
over
that. Jump
five
over
people.
that.
That last person I felt sorry for.
Yeah, it was never me.
It wasn't ever me. I was doing the jumping. I never laid down. That was stupid. Those people ever do that. But we
Oh
used to
God.
jump the bike. You
Yeah.
remember what was that one? Clackers.
Oh,
Remember the clackers? Those were dangerous, man. Those fucking and do this
fucking
all the time.
resin balls that are on a string, and you would click them like so they go boom, 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 boom. Oh
Yeah.
God, yeah, yeah,
Those
that
are
was
those are
dangerous. Yeah,
considered one of the dangerous ones of the 80's.
yeah,
Because for one, they chip, they go in your eyes, and not to mention you can use them as a weapon.
yeah, yeah. Well, of
So
course, we didn't think
clackers is
about
one of
that.
those. Yeah. I
Yeah,
remember clackers, man. It was always hard to
clackers.
keep them going.
And the hard part was the rubber band, the super ball, the rubber band, and the paddle. You
Oh
know,
yeah. Well, that's yeah.
we used to
Well,
hate
we
that because
remember we used to blow darts. We used to
mom used to wallpaper them, and that's what we used to get spanked for. So we stopped buying those.
yeah. We used to get a straw. We'd get these little dandelions and stick a needle in the dandelion, stick it in the straw, and fucking throw it. And we made these little darts out of them.
Yeah.
How about the
Okay.
little the cap bomb, not the cap guns. Remember the cap bombs
Oh God,
where they
yeah.
looked like it was about this big and it was high heavy metal and you stick the caps in there and you throw them up in the air and they would explode.
Yep.
Throw that up in the air and everybody's running around to see where it was at. Yeah.
God, we used to play. You remember the game Buns Up?
Buns up, yeah.
That when we so you would hit a tennis ball up against the wall. You would have to catch it with one hand, and if you dropped it, you had to drop it and run to the wall.
Touch the wall before someone hits you with the ball.
It either hits you with the ball, or hits the wall, and then if you if you lose, you would have to go out there and bend over, and each one of us gets a shot of throwing a
That's
tennis
right.
ball in your ass.
I remember that. I do remember that.
You remember that?
Yeah.
And then we had that brick wall, and I think it was Danny Coker's wall was attached to his house. So we used to play that. And then seriously, if we beat you to the wall, you had to bend over, and each one of us got one shot. Well, at least they got it was a tennis ball because we had a cul-de-sac in front of our house, so that was home plate. Our front yard was actually the outfield, so we used to play a lot of baseball. Of course, we grew up doing baseball, so yeah. But yeah, we would come up with games that were like, oh
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
maybe we shouldn't do
Do you
this.
remember? I mean, I remember doing what's the Red Rover, Red
Red
Rover,
Rover.
Center. And these guys would you would lock arms,
Oh
and
yeah.
these guys would friggin' try and run you over, and
Oh
you'd have
yeah.
to throw them down. I mean, it was.
They try to. It's supposed to break through your arms.
Yeah.
Yeah, Red Rover, Red Rover.
Nowadays,
Then of course we got older, and then and we used to have and when obviously brings up my hat, Del Oro High School, the Fighting Eagles. There you go. Give a shout out to Del Oro. But we lived down the street from my uncle's house. And my uncle used to have
oh, I know what you're talking about.
so he used to have a barbed wire fence, which is interesting now because I went back there 6 years ago. Now it's a cul-de-sac and all that
Yeah.
kind of stuff. But we used to cross into a guy's yard who had cows and
It
stuff like
wasn't a
that.
yard; it was the guy's property.
guy's property. Yeah, it was property. So we used to do BB guns
Yeah.
fights against each other. And that it goes back. So we used to have BB guns. It was like there was three of us, three or four of us that was
Now
on
there's
there.
four of us. It was two or three on a team, and
Yeah.
you could only pump it 10 times, wasn't it?
Now 10 times would hurt. I think you only can pump it once or twice. And
No,
then,
I
but
think it
if
was
you,
the.
but like I said, it goes back to it. So if you hit from here up, you literally had to go to a tree, bend over, pull your pants down, and we all got a free
Oh,
shot at
I
your
don't think we
ass.
pulled our pants down. I think we just
Wow.
shot him.
Well, still.
I don't remember pulling the pants down, but here's. I mean, we have no helmets, no goggles.
A BB
We
gun.
just ran around with shorts and a t-shirt and shoot each other with a pellet gun or a BB gun. Yeah.
Yep. A pump one. It wasn't a
Oh yeah, I think it
wasn't
was
the
10 pumps.
daisy. It wasn't the daisy one that you see on the Christmas story where you can shoot your eye out.
Yeah, it was the
But
one
no,
that
it
you
was
got more pressure.
oh yeah.
I think it was 10 pumps.
That was in high school. That was our high school. I
Yeah.
think that was our freshman year in high school.
Yeah. Nowadays they play fucking. I don't know what they play. It's got
Tiddlywinks.
it's got to be certain
Got to be
plastic.
safe. It's
It's
got to
got to
be.
be biodegradable.
Most of the boys are out inside playing video games,
Yeah.
anyways, at a young age, or I should say, young age, at old age too. That was
Yeah.
a difference between like you and I. You had a son, so you had video games. I had two girls. We never had video
Yeah.
games. So yeah, that was yeah. God damn, it's yeah. This again, we bring this up all the time, all the way up to the drinking and the partying we did in high school. Thank God we didn't have cell phones
Yeah.
in the 80's
Yeah.
because we did some stupid shit. We did stupid shit.
And we have no record of it.
No record of it. I
Yeah.
mean, we should take M80's and put them in light posts because back then they had the light posts and they had a little stick on it. And I remember our cousin would stick it in there and blow it up. It was like, yeah, we just blow things up and yeah, thank God we didn't have cameras.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, yeah.
Throw M80s in people's mailboxes and
Um, Well, one of the games was, and I don't think we've ever done it, but is where you play baseball and you hang yourself out of the window with a baseball bat, and as you come up to a mailbox, you
no,
take
we
a
never
swing at
did
them.
that.
We never did that, but there was actually a game that they would come out and smack it with the baseball bat and see
Yeah,
if they
no,
can
we
knock
never.
them.
I don't think we did much destruction besides to our own selves, but we never did any property
Yeah,
destruction. So
yeah. Well, what's funny is we grew up with. I don't think we've ever broken a bone. We did a lot of stupid shit though.
yeah, I cracked a
But
bone, broke my wrist.
well,
My
you broke your nose once, and that was just on
Yeah,
a
my
body
nose is
shot.
crooked. If you look, my nose is crooked.
Yeah, that was on a body shot
There.
from a very good friend of. It was a great soccer move. A shoulder. What was it? A
Yeah.
shoulder? A shoulder to the nose. I have never seen. Well, you had bloody noses, but I've never seen something so blue. This is. I think we're on our way to the beach,
Yeah, this
wasn't
is
it?
what
Wasn't
back in
it?
the day with the junior high on the summertime,
We
they
used to
would
take
send
a.
they would send buses on the weekend to take any kid that wanted to go.
No, it was Monday, Wednesday, and Friday in the
No, it was Saturday and
summertime.
Sunday.
No, it was Monday, Wednesday, and
Saturday
Friday.
and Sunday.
Telling you, Monday,
Yeah.
Wednesday, Friday. Yep. Telling you, it was Monday, Wednesday, and
When
Friday.
we went, it was on the weekend. It was
Well,
only on
well,
the
it was summer
weekends.
break.
Yeah, but it was only on the weekends.
Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Okay.
We would
Call
show
Mike.
up. We would show up at
Text Mike right now and ask him.
we would show up on 6 o'clock in the morning. They would take us
We'd ride
to
our
the beach.
skateboard down there.
We would skateboard to our middle school, and it was a school bus. It was a school, and they would take us to Zuma 7,
Yep.
and then all we had to do was be back by the bus by 4, and they
Yep.
would take us home.
Yep.
The 80's.
The 80's.
Now they can't afford. Now they can't even
I
afford
know.
a school. Now they can't afford a school.
No parent was with us. We were 11,
Didn't have
12,
cell
13
phones to
years
check
old.
in.
Yeah,
Nope.
no cell phones.
We just
Mom
we,
said just get home before the street lights came on. You're
we were
good.
13, 14 years old, I think.
That was
And here,
12 or 13.
12, 13 years
11,
old.
12
Yeah.
or 13, yeah.
Yeah, we'd go to the beach. We didn't. I mean, now we can't even get school buses to take the athletics unless you're boys football. Then they'll take you anywhere. But yeah, school buses you can't even take them. You can't even take school buses now. All
Yeah,
the
well, I was back.
all the high school sports have to drive their own self there now.
Yeah, it's easier now. It was easier back in those days. It's different now.
Oh yeah, politics, all
So
that stuff like that. But I've noticed that all the TikTok and all the Instagram are playing all these old commercials like the life commercial from Mikey. Give it to Mikey. He'll eat.
Mikey.
He'll eat anything.
yeah. Hey,
Where's
Mikey.
Hey Mikey? Or they got where's the beef?
That was my favorite.
Yeah, where's the beef?
Yeah, that
That
was always
old
my
lady?
favorite. The old lady. Yeah, where's the beef? What was that? That was
Burger
was
King.
Burger King, wasn't it? Yeah.
That's when Burger King claimed that they had the biggest patty. You know, but yeah, that was fuck the 80s. Yeah, shit. Love the 80s.
Love the. We did a lot of stuff. I mean, we would travel to the mall all day,
Skateboard.
skateboard to the mall, skateboard to get our skateboards fixed. And we're down in like in the valley in California, Ventura Boulevard, Mulholland Drive. I mean, the big streets. No
Yep.
cell phone,
No cell phone. We carried our 25 cents or whatever it was, 10 cents to make a
just
phone call
make a phone
just in case
call.
we needed it on a payphone, which most of you people don't know this. A payphone was actually something that sat up there with the phone on it.
Yeah,
So I bet you people don't even know. We used to use a dial phone at Fox, you
yeah.
know. I bet you a rotary. They call it a
Rotary
rotary
phone. Yeah,
phone. Yep. So
yeah.
yeah. Back in the day.
Back in the day, we did a lot of stuff and never had you know, and our mom was pretty strict.
Oh
But
God, yeah.
as long as we were home and checked in every now and then, and we were home by the street lights were on, we were safe. We didn't get our fucking asses kicked.
Nope. Even
So,
in high school, we did the same thing. I
oh
mean,
yeah,
hey mom, we'll be back. We didn't have phones in high school.
no,
I mean, I think that's a lot of problems with the social media. Again, we're on social media. I get that, but we all relied it on us and met people and after school we'll say, hey, we'll meet somewhere such and such at this time. That's where we met. We didn't, you know, that was it. A lot of school functions and a lot of in high school, even in middle school, we still did a lot of school functions. We all knew we were before we left that school. We all knew where we were going to be meeting for the weekend or whatever. Because
yeah.
again, all we had were phones and where we lived, I think we had two phones. I think one was in the dining room, and who knows where the other one was. I think it was somewhere
Hanging up in the
probably
kitchen.
hanging up in the kitchen somewhere. That was it.
But I mean,
The
you make
rest,
a good point. By the time we all separated on Friday, everybody know where to meet on Saturday. It was either our house or Mike's house or Kitty's house.
yeah, oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So we all knew where we were going. When we didn't, sometimes we didn't have a phone call.
yeah. There was
So
no texting. There was no paging. You actually had to pick up a phone and call or just make plans.
yeah, make plans ahead of time. So
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
We'd always go down and always go to the deli down off of Irwin Street where Julie lived. They had all those restaurants. We'd meet there.
That ice cream shop.
Yeah, ice cream shop. Yeah,
We even
Baskin
got a
Robbins. I think
picture.
it was Baskin Robbins with
We
31
even got a
flavors.
picture. I think it was our
What was
ninth
the?
grade after.
We
It was
went to
our
that pizza place. Remember, we used to go to the pizza place a lot. I don't know if it wasn't
yeah,
Shakey's, but it was a pizza place. We
yeah,
used to go meet there. It was right next to the ice cream shop.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
We all knew where we were going to be.
yeah,
We're all going to do a movie on a Friday night before we even left the middle school or even high school. Hey, this is what time we're going to be there, and we were there.
yeah.
So we've all find rides and stuff. So
What was the one?
now it's
The big one was Rocky Horror Picture Show at midnight.
God at midnight.
You had to beg your parents to go, and you had to go watch it, and people would dress up and throw shit and spray. If you ever been Rocky, I mean,
Well, the first time we
you
went, we were
actually
like
interact. When it rains, you throw water in the air.
the
When someone
first time
says
we
you
went.
wanted toast, we'd have toast to throw in the air. When
Yep,
someone said Dr. Scott, you had Scott toilet paper we'd throw in the air. Yeah,
yep.
it was pretty
And
cool.
then we would go, "Where's your neck?" Or one guy was, we would all yell out. But I remember the first time we went there, it was the four of us. I don't think Kenny was there, but it was the four of us, and we were like shocked. We were like, "What the fuck is going on?" They would actually have people on next to the screen, dressed up, acting
That's
the
drag.
scene out
Yeah.
in drag back in the 80s. And then it was like the second time we went, man, we brought spray bottles, toast,
We would
toilet
bring two
paper.
liter bottles with the spray can so we wouldn't
Yeah,
run out.
because every
And
time
they
we
would let
ran,
us in until you got the dumb kids that were throwing shit at the screen and ripped the screen. Then they kind of had to cancel it for a while. But you know,
yeah,
you always got one or two
dumbasses.
dumbasses.
And our biggest things was the horror movies. We go see a movie with horror movies.
Yeah.
We used to go see all the time. So you and I saw this. I mean, look at the movies we saw. We saw in the
Well,
movie theaters.
I waited in line in Colorado Springs for the first Star Wars. I even got a picture of it.
Yeah.
It was
So we saw.
me,
I think
Jamie Kennedy,
you and
and
I
it was
saw Saturday Night Fever
yeah.
on a theater, just you and I. By
Saw
the way, that
Rocky.
by the way, that was a rated R, and we were 12 or 13.
Yeah.
We
We
still got
saw.
in. They don't check you as much as they do now.
They don't
But
have
yeah.
anybody at the door now. Do you know
Oh,
that?
that well, yeah, yeah. Lots of people just walk in. I remember we were in a tournament in Houston, and the whole team went, and there were three girls that were 17. They wouldn't let them in. It's like, what? Seriously, they're 17, 18, 1 year. I don't understand. They wouldn't let them in.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, well, Jen and I went to the movies, and you had to buy tickets, and I'm walking around to have someone check. I didn't even
Well,
have to buy.
they
I
got
don't even have. I
popcorn.
don't even have to buy tickets. We could have just walked in and showed. No one even
They
checked it.
have no, they have popcorn machines out. You don't go and order popcorn. You just go over there and fill it up, and you take the tub over. So you do all the work.
Yeah,
That was the last time I went to. What did I go see? Holy crap!
I've been to a
Just went to
movie.
go see something. It was just recently. Of course, all the movie theaters now have. They serve you food. They serve you alcohol. They got recliner seats. You can take a nice nap during the movie. You can pay $36 for two tickets for the sleep.
Yeah,
So,
but yeah,
anyways, memory lane.
yeah.
That was today's
We
show
saw
about
Rocky, the first Rocky, the first Blood. Uh,
Saturday Night Fever, Grease.
yeah, I saw Grease in the thing. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
how old
Well,
we are.
anyways, yeah, we're old. I'm feeling it. I don't know about you, but I'm
So,
feeling it.
well, I've been gone. So, what's going on with the Broncos? Anything? We got any news?
Broncos, they signed. They've got a pretty good thing. I didn't know that CU had their whatchamacallit, their pro day yesterday.
Oh, I saw that on when I saw that on the news.
Yeah, so I didn't see anything on it. It was supposed to be announced. I heard they did well. Broncos are set up. They're in, I guess, the owners' meeting right now, waiting for the draft. I think is 2 weeks away. Yeah, but right now nothing's changed. They got everybody they got from free agency. Now they're waiting for draft, and I'm kind of
Where
anxious to see.
where'd
Kind
Von
of
Miller
anxious.
go?
Von Miller plays for Kansas City Chiefs.
No,
Yep.
get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I heard he signed a 1 year deal with Kansas City
I
Chiefs.
heard he went to Eagles.
Well, it was funny because social media kept saying that he was going to the Broncos, going to the Broncos, and
Alexa, where did Von Miller go? What team?
In his NFL career, Von Miller played for the Buffalo Bills, the Los Angeles Rams, and the Denver Broncos. In college, he played for the
So he's
Texas
not on a team
A&M
yet.
Aggies. You can also say things like, follow the
All
Green Bay
right, shut
Packers
up.
to stay informed on your favorite NFL teams.
well, yeah. But I'm more excited about the. I think it's today is the women's college basketball.
Oh, is it?
UConn and South Carolina in the championship. Two
I
top
am.
teams.
I am. I'm not going to say anything, but I'm top on my bracket for the men. So I'm just saying I'm number
Oh,
one.
you just fucking jinxed yourself.
I know.
You just fucking jinxed yourself. But no, I mean that's going to be a great game. I mean, South Carolina's been in the finals what 3 of the 4 years. UConn being a national. Again, I watched some of that stuff on. I didn't get a chance to watch it yesterday, but some of the stuff on ESPN. I mean, the game is just taken to a completely different level.
Yeah.
The men's Final Four is going to be fun too, but still, I mean, watching. I think it's today. I don't know why. I think it's today, the championship. But yeah, that's going to be a fun game. Have you found Von Miller?
Yeah. This Chat GPT is better than Google. Doesn't give you all the stupid shit.
Oh well, I got to try it. What's it say?
It's giving me his life history right now. So,
No.
but yeah, we'll see. Because
I heard he was signed with the Chiefs.
I heard he was signed with Seattle
Oh yeah, see, we
after
don't
the
know.
4 or 5 signings in Colorado. Everybody kept saying they're going to Colorado.
Hey Siri, what team did Von Miller sign for football season 2025?
Yeah, as of April 25th, Miller is a free agent and his future in the NFL remains topic interest. So,
Oh, yeah. Huh, interesting. So everything on social media has been a lie then.
yeah,
So
false
go
news.
figure.
False news.
Let's talk about Dodgers.
Dodgers. I almost bought a
Let's
hat.
talk about the Rockies.
No.
2-6.
Yeah. So I went as I was walking around.
Bryant, well, they saw a multi-year, 200 and something $1 million a year, and he's batting a .074.
Oh,
And he's your DH.
oh,
Why does anybody in Colorado want to go see the Rockies play when they suck so damn
yeah.
bad? They already suck. They didn't even start hot. They're the worst, one of the worst batting average. They're one of the worst relievers.
Yeah.
Why spend the money?
Just sell it to a team. Sell it to the owner that really wants to win.
Walmart.
Yeah, Walmart. Why not?
Why not? Why not own two franchises in Colorado? Spend the money. Holy crap. It's better than what
Yeah.
they're fucking doing now. Their owners are, it's sad.
I went to a store. I went to have dinner, and the Google Map. I go to Panda Express a lot, and they had one in the mall. So I'm walking the mall after dinner, and they had a sports like fans or one of those. And I bought a Bronco jacket. I haven't told Jen yet, but because she's gonna yell at me because I paid a lot of money for it.
Was that a nice one?
It's an orange satin Bronco jacket.
Satin.
It's $175 and they had it on sale for $60.
Oh shit. That's pretty
So,
cheap.
anyways, they
That's
have
pretty
the
good.
I couldn't find the blue LA with the World Series 2024, but they had a nice black one, but it didn't look right. I was trying it on
Did you see I was gonna send this to you. Did you see the new draft day hats?
for the Broncos.
Yeah.
No.
It actually says Mile High on it and all this kind
Oh,
of
no
stuff. Yeah,
shit.
yeah, it's pretty cool.
I'm gonna have to get me
So
one of
if you
those.
guys don't know, we're all into hats. So,
Yeah.
we collect hats, but yeah, the draft day hat is pretty cool. So I got to go to Lids to see if they have there. And I
Yeah.
see you're rocking Terrell Davis's with his signature on it. Hall of
Terrell
Fame.
Davis Hall of Fame baseball cap with his
Yep.
signature on it. Yeah, this is actually yours. I'm wearing yours.
Yeah.
Mine's over
Yeah.
there.
You're fitting there. You don't want to get yours dirty.
No.
Yeah. Fuck that shit. Why
Yeah.
will you?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're at about 30. Where are we at?
33 minutes. Yeah.
33 minutes. Let's
It's
call
nice.
this a.
I think one day we might have to maybe just stop shooting the shit and actually have a show. What do you think?
I'm okay with doing just shooting the shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So,
We'll have to bring on some of our old friends from the 80s.
yeah, that'd be
Maybe,
kind of fun.
maybe our wives.
Yeah, if they want to come on,
Yeah, if they want to.
talk about how living with twins.
Yeah.
So,
So,
all
anyways,
right.
everybody, peace out.
Peace out. We got YouTube videos and we're on all social media. So,
Yeah, we'll try to put the link on the YouTube, so you don't have to look it up. We'll click the link and you get the full show
yeah.
because some of the reels are not showing the funny parts. So because you got old man doing it, none of
Yeah.
us know how to do it. So there's the problem.
So, peace
All right,
out.
man. Peace
See ya.
out. Have a good week.